Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 16th of August, and on today's podcast, we will be covering an amazing post from Sarah Carter. It is entitled, "The Bill Clinton Code. Is there a secret message in that oil painting?" And this goes into depth. Even the New York Post picked this up. Also, coming from Incarnated ET, a great Twitter thread. Please follow him at IncarnatedForever. Epstein's plane flew to Antarctica on July 23rd. This is the same day he attempted suicide the first time. Seriously, what is going on? Eyes on. This just went full tilt. So, my friends, a lot is still going on with Epstein. Now this oil painting found in his $1 million home in Manhattan. What are the odds of this, my friends? Very strange. But before we get into today's podcast, would you please welcome my sponsor, Noble Gold. Hey guys, Thomas from True Reporting here. Did you know that gold is up 18%? That's right. It's been like that since the month of June, and we all know why. It's because Trump is relentless against the Federal Reserve. We know that our money is not worth anything unless it's backed by gold. So why not back your 401k or IRA with gold and go to Noble Gold and tell them Thomas sent you from True Reporting. You call this number 1-877-646-5347 and tell them Thomas sent you, and it'll be worth your while. Thanks guys, and enjoy the podcast. All right guys, it's good to have you aboard. Let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So again, from Sarah Carter, we see here, the Bill Clinton Code. Is there a secret message in that oil painting? Very strange, my friends. And a lot of people even believe that Sarah Carter could be part of the 17 team. You know what I'm talking about. She is well reviewed, trust me. It says here, she says, "Why would a strange painting of Bill Clinton be hanging in Epstein's home in New York? A large painting of former President Bill Clinton wearing a blue dress similar to that of Monica Lewinsky and his wife's Hillary Clinton was found hanging in the New York mansion of disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. As reported by the New York Post, a woman who visited Epstein's mansion before his July arrest said that there was a large painting that was inside of his Manhattan home. She also recalled seeing a mannequin of a woman wearing a wedding dress hanging from the ceiling above the staircase inside the residence. It was just hanging up there prominently. As soon as you walked in a room to the right, the unidentified source told the Post. Everyone who saw it laughed and smirked. In 2012, as a grad student at the New York Academy of Art, I painted pictures of President Clinton and Bush as part of my master's thesis," explained Patrina Ryan Clyde, the artist behind Jeffrey Epstein's now viral portrait of Bill Clinton in a blue dress, in a statement to the Post. Now, some people think, well, hey, why do you keep covering this? Why do you keep covering this picture of Bill Clinton? Because I want to know, is there a chance that he posed for this? We know how sick and twisted these elite are and what they do behind closed doors. Was this an actual, did she paint this of him? Or did she just start drawing this out of the, the back of her head? You know what I'm saying? So it's very strange. Did she know Bill Clinton? Did she know Jeffrey Epstein? Very strange. As with most of my paintings, I had completely lost track of this piece when it was sold 7 years ago. So it was a complete surprise to me to learn yesterday that it wound up in Epstein's home, Ryan Clyde said in her statement. Let's continue over to the New York Post. There's more to this story, trust me. Artists who painted Bill Clinton in dress had no idea it was hanging in Jeffrey Epstein's mansion. All right, what it says here, the artist behind Jeffrey Epstein's now viral portrait of Bill Clinton in a blue dress says she sold the painting to Tribeca Ball fundraiser several years ago and had, in quote, no idea that he was the only one who had purchased it. In 2012, as a grad student at the New York Academy of Art, I painted pictures of Presidents Clinton and Bush as part of my master's thesis, explained the Patrina Ryan Clyde in a statement to the Post Thursday. When the school put the fundraiser at the Tribeca Ball that year, they sold my painting to one of the attendees. I had no idea who the buyer was at the time, said Ryan Clyde, a New York-based artist from Australia. As with most of my paintings, I had completely lost track of this piece when it was sold 7 years ago. So it was a complete surprise to me to learn yesterday that it wound up in Epstein's home. Sources told the Post on Wednesday that Epstein, who was facing sex trafficking charges before his, in quote, alleged suicide, had the oil painting hanging up in his home for all to see. It was hanging up there prominently. As soon as you walked in a room to the right, a source said. Everybody who saw it laughed and smirked. A woman who visited the Epstein residence before his July arrest confirmed the existence of the Clinton painting to the Daily Mail. She was able to snap a picture of the painting with her cell phone. Wow, and I covered that in the other podcast when I went over this same topic. In it, the former president can be seen lounging on a chair in the Oval Office, pointing toward the viewer, while wearing red heels and a blue dress similar to the one Monica Lewinsky famously donned during her White House hookup. Ryan Clyde dubbed the painting Parsing Bill. It was one of the several bizarre art pieces that Epstein 66 kept in his $56 million mansion. The convicted pedophile also had taxidermy tiger and poodle, mannequin hanging from the ceiling, dressed up in a wedding gown, and $5.6 million of paintings of a woman cupping her bare breasts. It was so odd, recalled a hedge fund trader who once visited Epstein's home. Very strange stuff, guys. Is there some sort of secret behind this? Is there some kind of code behind this? What I would say, and this is all speculation, my friends, what I speculate is that it is just showing how deep and dark these people really are. Think of Podesta art. Think of Tony Podesta was directly linked to Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton's wife. And then just the sickening portray of having Jeffrey Dahmer on a sculpture of one of his victims hanging from your ceiling. You have women in wedding dresses hanging from their ceiling. Just very odd art. We can go on and on. You could think of Elephantis and all the stuff that he portrays on Instagram. Very, very dark stuff, my friends. And it's not to be taken lightly. This isn't to say, oh, these people are quirky, so on and so forth. No, no, no. These people are sadistic murderers. Mark my words, it will all be coming out. Now, let's get into another article, actually a Twitter thread from Incarnated ET. Forever, he says. He actually got his original Twitter handle taken down. He's back, so please follow him. This is quite interesting too, by the way. Epstein's plane flew to Antarctica July 23rd. This is the same day he attempted suicide the first time. Seriously, what the F is going on? Eyes on. This just went full tilt. And we can see here, this is actually the flight activity for his plane on July 23rd, going all the way down to Antarctica. Very, very weird. So Incarnated ET says, not sure if it's legit or error. He didn't land in Antarctica, that's for sure. The altitude 42975, but this isn't a coincidence. The Rothschild Island is an island in 39 kilometers, 24 miles long, mainly ice covered, but surmounted by prominent peaks of Desco Mountains in Antarctica, 8 kilometers, 5 miles west of the north part of Alexander Island in the north entrance of Wilkins Sound. A Rothschild Island, My speculation, there is a base down there which probably does not have the minimum 5,000 people. It probably has accommodations for at least 20,000, possibly 100,000. And they'll go down there if they ever decide to pull the plug on mankind and either nuke or plague us to oblivion. It seems every once in a while they decide to jam the browser solidly to prevent updates from showing up. If this page has not updated for a while, open a new private window, not just a new tab. Open a private window to turn off your cache. Or if that does not work, delete your cache entirely and then click here. So yeah, they might even shut down the radar when they head to these places down in Antarctica. Very weird. So he says, hold up. This is the exact moment in time that Epstein's jet apparently flew to Antarctica. It flew there right in the middle of a flight, and within 1 minute was back in the northern U.S. Not an error. Epstein was teleporting the plane. What is going on? What is happening? Very weird. So mid-flight, it goes down there, then it just reappears on the radar back where it was. This is from 4chan, so take it with a grain of salt. Still, though, interestingly, if it is recalibrated to friggin' Antarctica, let's see what this says. This is a very common thing. This is from an old forum post. There can be several issues behind incorrect positions: map calibration error, transponder error, sending the wrong or random data, receiver error, some kind of error in receiving so numbers get incorrect, database error, some kind of mix-up in the database, old transponder. Some aircrafts, like the RJ-100, don't have GPS position but calculated position. It works okay on takeoff from Gothenburg, but once they reach Stockholm, they land up to 30 kilometers off from the Bromma airport. This happens all the time, and looking at these timestamps, for the flight you should tell you that it's an error, unless of course you choose to believe that Epstein's plane can teleport. For some reason, somebody is shilling this image on poll for more disinfo than ever on this board in the last few weeks. But it says here, who was using his plane while he was in prison trying to kill himself and have calibration issues or tracking issues that would show you in Antarctica 1 minute and not the next? I suspect we found something we're not supposed to. And my friends, that is very interesting, is it not? Very interesting indeed. If you found this informative and you enjoyed it, my friends, please subscribe to my channel. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. Also, we have a P.O. box, we have True Reporting merch, and you can donate to this channel and keep it afloat by going to my PayPal or Patreon. My friends, take care of one another and be loving to one another, and I will talk to you very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.